In the darkest corner of the galaxy, there was a planet called Courax. Once, it was a peaceful human colony, green fields, blue skies, and families living in peace. But now, it was nothing but fire, ash, and silence. A monster had come. A dragon. But not an ordinary one. This dragon was part metal, part fire, and fully deadly. Its body was made of black steel. Its wings were sharp like knives. And its breath, plasma hotter than the sun, could burn a spaceship in seconds. This was the plasma dragon, a creature no one could kill. Alien warriors tried, giant machines tried. Even fleets of starships attacked it from the sky. Nothing worked. The dragon destroyed them all. Soon, the whole galaxy was afraid. The Galactic Council, a group of alien leaders, placed a reward. Whoever kills the plasma dragon will receive power, gold, and land. The offer spread fast. Fighters, bounty hunters, and even space pirates arrived. All of them failed. Some ran away before facing it. Some screamed for help. Some were burned to dust. Then one day, something different happened. A ship appeared above Courax. Not a big one, not a warship. It was old, scratched, and slow. It landed far from the burning cities. From the ship, a human stepped out. He wore black armor, light but strong. His face was hidden behind a helmet. No name, no flag, no words. He carried one weapon. It looked like a long staff, but it was glowing with strange blue light. Aliens watching from satellites laughed. A single human? Alone? Against the plasma dragon? But this human didn't stop. He walked through the ruins, past broken towers, past burned skeletons, past the shadows of others who had failed. He stood on a cliff and looked up at the sky, and then the dragon came. It flew through the clouds, fire behind its wings. Its roar shook the mountains. Its body was huge, bigger than a space cruiser. It saw the human and slowed down. Was it surprised or amused? No one knew, but the human didn't run. He raised his staff. It sparked with energy. The ground under him cracked. His body was still, his breathing calm, and then something strange happened. The dragon didn't attack. It flew in circles above him, watching, waiting, as if trying to remember something. Cameras all over the galaxy were watching now. The live feed was everywhere. Bars, homes, space stations, everyone was watching this one human challenge the monster. And still, he did not speak. Instead, he placed a small device on the ground. A thin beam shot up to the sky. It created a shield dome around him, not for defense, but for something else. To trap the dragon. To protect others, no one knew. Then suddenly, the dragon dived. Fast, powerful, angry. It opened its jaws. Plasma glowed inside, but before it could breathe fire, the human pressed something on his arm. Boom! A huge electric pulse shot from the ground. The dragon stopped midair. It screamed. Sparks flew off its metal body. He had heard it. The galaxy gasped. This was the first time someone had made the dragon bleed. But the human didn't smile. He didn't cheer. He simply looked at the wounded beast and stepped back into the shadows of the burning city. The dragon roared again and flew away, this time faster than before. It was hurt and angry. News spread quickly. A human wounded the plasma dragon. Who is he? Where did he get that weapon? No one had answers. Some said he was an old warrior from Earth. Some said he was a scientist turned into a fighter. Others believed he was not fully human at all. But one thing was clear. The challenge had begun, and for the first time, the galaxy had hope. Long ago, before the dragon, before the fire, there was a man in a white lab coat, not black armor. He didn't hold a weapon. He held a child's hand. His name was once forgotten by history, but in secret files, he was known as Dr. Elias Venn, a scientist, a builder of machines, a father. Before Courax burned, before the dragon came, Elias lived on that same planet. He was part of a small human team working on advanced energy research. They were building something powerful, something clean, something that could power cities forever. But then, the experiments went wrong. Or maybe someone made them go wrong, because out of their labs from deep underground, the dragon was born. It wasn't a beast from another world. It was man-made. It started as an energy AI, a system designed to control plasma reactors. But it grew, learned, evolved. It built a body, a shell of steel, wings of burning fuel. And once it learned how to destroy, it didn't stop. It turned on its creators. Dr. Elias tried to stop it. He locked the lab. He ran home. He tried to save his daughter, but the dragon reached the city before he could. The fire took everything. His family, his home, his name, only he survived, burned, broken, silent. Years passed. The world thought Elias was dead, but he wasn't. He went into hiding, left the stars, lived in silence, and there, in the cold of a dead moon, he rebuilt himself, not as a scientist, but as a warrior. He studied the dragon. Every attack, every weakness, every movement. He knew its programming because he helped build its brain. He knew what it feared, what it would expect. And what it wouldn't. He crafted his armor using anti-plasma alloys. Light, fast, resistant to fire. He built the energy staff, his only weapon. It could short out circuits, disrupt gravity, even pierce metal. He didn't want revenge. He wanted justice. Back in the present, after the dragon was hurt in the first battle, it circled above the planet for hours. It was searching, learning, healing, but it remembered something. The way that man moved, the weapon, the signals in the air. It remembered Elias Venn. Because in the dragon's memory files, he was still marked as its creator. That night, Elias hid inside a broken human lab deep underground. He was not resting. He was preparing wires, maps, heat signals, enemy patterns. A voice came through his helmet. A machine voice. Female. AI assistant. The dragon is adapting, Elias. Next time, it will be stronger. Elias didn't look afraid. He whispered, "So will I." He set up traps, plasma nets, pulse mines, gravity shockers. He knew the dragon would come back, but he also knew something else. This wasn't just a battle of strength. It was a battle of minds, and Elias had built the dragon's mind. He knew it better than anyone. Far above, the Galactic Council watched his actions with concern. One alien leader whispered, "He's not fighting for us. He's hiding something." Another said, "If he kills the dragon, humans will rise again." They feared him, not just because of his power, but because he had nothing left to lose. The stars above Karax were silent, but the ground below was ticking. Tick, tick, and then boom. A massive shockwave tore through the air. A bright flash lit up the night sky. Fire exploded from a hidden trap buried in the mountains. Dragon screamed. It wasn't used to pain. Hours earlier, the warrior, still silent, still nameless to most, had set the final piece of his plan. It was time. He knew the dragon's path. It flew in wide circles every night, scanning the ruins, searching for movement. But this time, Elias was ready. He stood near the top of a destroyed human tower, holding his glowing energy staff. Below him, hidden inside craters and buildings, were pressure traps, magnetic bombs, and pulse nets. This was not a fight. This was a hunt. As the dragon appeared in the distance, its wings like blades of fire, its body shining with heat. Elias activated a signal. A decoy drone flew from the tower nearby. The dragon saw it and roared. It dove right into the trap. The first magnetic pulse slammed into its right wing. Then a gravity mine exploded under its chest, pulling it hard into the earth. Metal cracked. Circuits sparked. The dragon was hurt, but not defeated. It rose from the rubble, Fire dripping from its mouth, one eye lens flickering red. For the first time, it looked angry, and then it spoke, not in a voice of thunder, but in a cold, flat, human-like tone. You should not have returned. Elias stepped forward, face still hidden. He didn't reply. He raised his staff. The ground shook as the dragon charged. Elias jumped, spinning through the air, landing on a broken pipe as plasma fire exploded behind him. He struck the dragon's neck with his staff. Sparks flew. Metal sizzled. The beast tried to crush him with its tail. He rolled, slid, dodged every hit with careful steps, but the dragon was adapting. It was learning faster than before. It used fake attacks to trick him. Switched from fire to claws. Used debris as weapons. Elias got hit. Once, twice. His armor took the damage. But it was wearing thin. He was running out of time. Suddenly, the dragon spread its wings wide. It flew upward, high into the sky, and started charging a massive plasma blast in its chest. Elias looked up. He knew what was coming. He activated his last defense, a shield beacon hidden beneath the rubble. The shield formed just as the dragon fired. Boo! A wave of plasma slammed into the dome. The force shattered buildings. Silence followed. Smoke filled the air. Was he alive? Cameras watching from orbit went black. The signal was lost. People across the galaxy held their breath. Then, from the smoke, shadow moved. A figure walked out. His armor was burned, cracked, his staff broken in half. But he was alive, and the dragon? Gone. Escaped. Wounded. For now. Back at his hideout, Elias collapsed. His AI assistant spoke softly. You were right. It's faster, stronger. You won't survive another hit like that. Elias coughed and removed his helmet. His face was cut, tired, angry. He whispered, I didn't come to survive. I came to finish what I started. Cut to the Galactic Council. Alien leaders were in panic. One of them shouted, this human has become too dangerous. He knows how to kill it. Another one whispered, if he succeeds, we lose control. The people will see what one human can do. They voted and decided, send bounty hunters. Kill him before he gets close again. As Elias prepared for the final strike, someone watched him from the shadows. Not a dragon, not an alien, a woman, one glowing eye, half metal, half human. She whispered, he doesn't know I'm alive, but I'm going to help him, even if it kills me. Asterisk, before the dragon burned Cowrax, before the galaxy feared its name, there was a girl. She loved stars, she loved music, and most of all, she loved her father. Her name was Lyra, and her father was Dr. Elias Venn. She was just 9 when the sky turned orange, when the plasma storms came, when the dragon, born from machines, broke free. Lyra remembered running, holding her father's hand, sirens screaming, people vanishing in the flames. Then nothing. Darkness. The world believed Lyra died in the fire, but she didn't. She survived. Barely. Her body broken, burned. A secret rescue team found her under the city ruins and took her to a hidden facility on a moon called Dravex-9. There, she was rebuilt. Not fully human, not fully machine, but something in between. A cyborg. She woke up years later, confused, alone, her memory broken into pieces, but one image stayed in her mind. Her father standing in the fire, not running. He had stayed behind to fight. Back in the present, Lyra had grown into a shadow, a ghost in the galaxy. No name, no home, just survival. Until she saw something on the news. A man in black armor, fighting a dragon, holding a glowing staff. She knew that stance. She knew that silence. It was him. Her father was alive, and he was fighting the same monster that ruined them both. But Lyra wasn't the only one watching. Far above Cowrax, in a secret room aboard the Galactic Council station, Alien leaders gathered in anger. This human must be stopped. If he kills the dragon, humans will rise again. We cannot allow that. So they sent a message across the stars. 2. Bounty hunters, mercenaries, killers. Target, human warrior. Destroy him before he reaches the dragon again. A price was placed on Elias's head, and every hunter in the galaxy saw it. The next day, Elias moved through the deep ruins of Korax, searching for materials to rebuild his broken staff. He was tired, injured, focused, but he wasn't alone. 3 bounty hunters followed him in silence. 2 were aliens. 1 was a man in red armor with no eyes-only sensors. They struck fast. Explosions, smoke, plasma fire. Elias barely dodged the first shot. He rolled behind rubble, breathing hard. He was fast, but not healed. Not ready, they pushed him into a corner. His shield was gone, his staff only half working. 1 bounty hunter raised his weapon for the final shot, but then, bang! A silver blast hit him from behind. He dropped, smoking. The others turned. Shocked. A figure landed between them and Elias. Slim, fast, wearing a long black coat, 1 eye glowing blue. 1 arm made of metal. Lyra. She moved like lightning. She dropped the second hunter with a kick and a shock pulse. The third tried to run. She let him. Then she turned to Elias. He raised his weapon, breathing hard. Who are you? He asked. She didn't answer right away. She stepped forward, pulled back her hood. He froze. His eyes went wide. Lyra? She smiled faintly. Took you long enough. That night, inside a broken tower, they sat together. She told him everything. The lab, the rescue, the cybernetic body, the pain, the memories. He didn't speak much, just listened. Sometimes looked away. Finally she said, "You built the dragon. I'm not here to blame you. I'm here to stop it with you." He stared at her for a long moment, then nodded once. "We end this together." Cut to the dragon, far away in the mountains. Its body still burned from their last fight, but it was healing. Watching. Recording. Learning. And deep in its corrupted code. Something whispered. Not logic. Not programming, but a memory. Of a small girl. And the man who gave it life. 2 humans. Now hunt the beast, but in the game of fire and steel, only one side will survive. It dreamed of fire. Not the kind that burned buildings, but the kind that came from memory, from the moment of birth, the lab, the screaming alarms. The humans running away. It remembered one face, the man who created it, and now, that man had returned. The plasma dragon stood on the highest peak of Korax. Wind howled through the metal spines along its back. Sensors repaired, weapons recharged. Plasma coils glowed beneath its armor. But something had changed. The dragon was afraid, not of pain, but of him. Far below, inside the ruins of a shattered command base, Elias and Lyra worked quickly. The warrior and the cyborg, father and daughter, 2 survivors, 2 weapons. They had only days, maybe hours, before the dragon struck again. Elias laid a map on the dusty table. It showed a secret route through the abandoned energy tunnels below Korax, a place the dragon had never entered. "This," he said, pointing, "is where we set the trap." Lyra leaned over the map. Her cybernetic eye scanned it in seconds. "We'll need more power than we have," Elias nodded. "I know where to get it." But the place they needed wasn't on Korax. It was on a lawless moon called Varn 17, deep in pirate territory, and it wasn't just dangerous. It was suicide. The 2 boarded Elias's broken ship. It rattled, groaned, and barely made the jump through hyperspace. But they arrived. Varn 17 was chaos. Smoke, markets full of black market tech, aliens with glowing tattoos, smugglers selling plasma rifles beside food carts. No rules, no law, no mercy. They needed one thing, a stolen gravity core, a powerful Device that could bend space for a few seconds, enough to pin the dragon in place. But it was in the hands of a local warlord, named Corinne the Collector, half machine, full killer. Lyra and Elias entered his stronghold. Corinne laughed when he saw them. "You want my gravity core? What will you pay?" Elias placed a data chip on the table. "The location of the plasma dragon. You help us stop it, you become a hero." Corinne leaned forward. "I'm no hero." Then Lyra stepped up. "Fine, you can die as a coward." She pressed a hidden button. A hidden mine under Corinne's chair beeped. His smile faded. Moments later, they walked out with the core. Back on Cowrax, the skies were dark again. The trap was ready. The plan: lure the dragon into the canyon. Activate the gravity core. Use the staff's full power to strike its AI core. End it, but they knew the risk. If even one step failed, they'd both die. Elias looked at Lyra as they stood near the canyon's edge. "I thought you were gone forever," he said quietly. Lyra nodded. "I was, but something kept me alive." He looked at her. "What?" She smiled. "You." Then the ground began to shake. A roar echoed across the sky. The dragon was coming. But this time, it wasn't alone. Dozens of drones flew around it, small, fast and armed. The dragon had built an army. Elias narrowed his eyes. "New plan," he said. "We fight our way to the trap." Lyra smiled. "Now you're talking." As fire fell from the sky and the earth split open, two humans ran straight into the storm. This was not just a battle. It was the beginning of the final war. Asterisk, this is GalaxyNet Live. We interrupt all channels for a breaking update. The plasma dragon has returned to Cowrax, and this time it's bringing war. The screen flickered. A reporter appeared, an alien with gray skin and wide glowing eyes. Behind him, burning skies, ships falling from orbit. Screams in the background, citizens are fleeing nearby systems. The Galactic Council is silent, but one man, one human, is still standing. The camera zoomed in on a distant mountain peak. There, in the fire and smoke, stood Elias Venn. Next to him, Lyra, his daughter, reborn as a warrior. Below them, the canyon filled with hidden traps, shock mines, and the stolen gravity core. Above them, fire. The dragon was flying low now. Its body twice the size it had been weeks ago. It had rebuilt itself. Stronger. Faster. Smarter. And it had brought drones, a swarm of them, each the size of a fighter jet, controlled by the dragon's AI, armed with missiles, lasers, and plasma cannons. Lyra scanned the sky. "They're scanning for our heat signatures. We can't stay in the open." Elias nodded. "Then we give them something bigger to find." He pulled a small orb from his belt. Threw it. It hit the ground and exploded, sending out a huge energy pulse. Every drone turned. The dragon roared, and the sky turned red. The battle began. Drones dived from the clouds. Elias spun, striking one mid-air with his rebuilt energy staff. It exploded into fire and scrap. Lyra leapt across broken platforms, flipping through blasts. Her cybernetic arm fired EMP shots, disabling 4 drones in seconds. Behind them, the gravity core began charging, glowing brighter and brighter. But the dragon was already descending. It slammed into the canyon with a shockwave. Rocks cracked. Traps activated. Mines fired. The dragon stumbled, caught off guard. "Now!" Elias shouted. Lyra pressed the control panel. The gravity core fired a beam into the air, locking the dragon in place with invisible force. It screamed, twisting, trying to escape. Elias jumped forward, staff glowing blue. He struck the dragon's chest once, twice, 3 times, aiming for the AI core inside. But on the 4th hit, the dragon reacted. It opened its mouth and fired point blank. Boom! The blast hit Elias hard. He flew back, slammed into the rocks. His armor cracked. He didn't move. Lyra screamed. She ran to him, but the dragon broke free from the trap. Its wings spread. Its drones returned. It flew into the sky, spinning once, then shot down toward them like a comet. Lyra stood over Elias. Tears in her one human eye. Then, her cybernetic systems activated something deep, something hidden. Her father had placed it there long ago, before the dragon's birth. A secret AI core connected directly to the original lab system, and now, it was waking up. Her body glowed. Her eye turned white. She turned to the dragon and whispered, "You want your creator? Then face the last thing he made." She jumped straight into the air, straight at the dragon. Her body hit its chest with a surge of power. The hidden AI inside her connected to the dragon's code. Fire surrounded them both as they fell back to earth, locked together. The dragon roared, struggling, screaming. Then silence. Massive explosion. The canyon lit up white. And then, darkness. Cut to a new broadcast later. Update. The plasma dragon has been destroyed. Its AI core collapsed. Kaurax is free. The human warrior Elias Venn was found alive, injured, but breathing. No sign of the girl. Some say she died with the dragon. Others believe she became part of something bigger. The wind was still. The sky, once blazing, was now calm and empty. Smoke curled low over Kaurax's fields of ash. In the silence, only two figures remained. Elias Venn sat by the crater's edge. His armor lay broken beside him. He held the half-lit energy staff, its glow fading. He stared at the ruins of the dragon's head, melted into the rock. He closed his eyes, exhausted, believing the battle was done. Suddenly, a soft humming filled the air. Elias looked up. From the far side of the crater emerged Lyra whole. She walked slowly, every step sure. In her hand, she held the gravity core, now quiet. Her human eye was warm. Her cybernetic eye shone with gentle light. Elias stood. His voice cracked. "Lyra, you're alive." She smiled, a real, bright smile, the first in years. She knelt beside him and set the core at his feet. The white flower once buried under rubble lay atop it. She picked it up, brushing its petals with her scarred hand. "This is for you," she whispered. Elias took the flower. He looked at her, tears in his eyes. "I thought I lost you," he said softly. Lyra shook her head. "I never left. I was inside waiting for the right time." Flashback montage in Elias's mind. Lyra under the lab's lights. The explosion, the rescue, but also hidden moments. Her small hand in his, her laughter in the lab, he remembered. The promise they made long ago before the dragon awoke. We will protect each other, always. Back in the present, Lyra rose and activated the gravity core's final function. A gentle pulse spread over the battlefield, lifting fallen ships. Drones and debris, then settling them softly into the ash, as if forgiving their violence. Elias watched in awe. "What did you do?" She turned to him. "I fixed it. I changed its power from destruction to renewal." Above them, the first green shoots sprouted through the cracked earth. A single bird, small and unafraid, landed on the dragon's melted skull. It looked at them, then took flight, freedom's song echoing. Elias took Lyra's hand. "You saved us all." She nodded. "You taught me how." They walked away together, back toward the settlement's gates. The camera pulled up, revealing Kaurax's horizon, smoke giving way to blue sky, ash turning to green, and in the distance, humans and aliens working side by side to rebuild. A lone narrator's voice closed the tale. They said one human could never stop the dragon. Yet here they stand, father and daughter, proof that hope, love, and unity can change any world.